Hello everyone and welcome back to another day of TCG PokeDECKS. Now I know I've missed quite a few weeks, a lot has happened and Sun and Moon came out and I've been traveling. Today I'm actually traveling to Anaheim Regionals, but I didn't want to postpone any more episodes, and I know some of you guys really enjoy this series and enjoy seeing different decks, so I really wanted to keep that up. Now today's deck is for the expanded format because I thought this was the best Wigglytuff available so far. 100 HP, but mainly HOCUS PINKUS prevents, or rather the effect makes it so that the defending Pokemon can't attack during your opponent's next turn. So a simple switch effect can bypass that, and 60 damage is really nothing to write home about. But we are pairing Wigglytuff with Energy Denial and Crushing Hammer, Enhance Hammer, and Slowking. So hopefully that will be enough to really slow our opponents down. The idea behind this is that our opponent will have a hard time attacking with anything, really, be it with their active Pokemon, be it we remove the energy off of a benched Pokemon they're powering up, and eventually the 60 damage will hopefully be able to accomplish something. We are using Octillery for draw, Slowking is there, and I am using a 4 Nest Ball, 2 Timer Ball draw engine, if you will. I'm also using Max Elixir to try and power up Wigglytuff a little bit faster, Experience Share to conserve energy, and because this is expanded, I get to use Startling Megaphone to prevent any Garbodors from ruining our day, and we get to use Colress as well, which is a great drawing tool card, or rather drawing supporter card. 2 Super Rod to try and get as many Wigglytuff going as we can, because eventually our opponents should run out of like switching resources, be it switches or escape ropes or even Olympia perhaps. Keldeo is a thing in this format, so that's something we have to take into consideration, but I will say it from the beginning, Wigglytuff is definitely not the most serious deck, so I hope you guys will will bear with me as we try to do something with it. Definitely not the easiest card to build a deck around. Hopefully this is original enough for some of you guys. Wait, if Clefairy was 14, what was 15? Did I skip? Oh no, I didn't skip. It's probably just for Legacy, right? Yeah, Ninetales was. Okay. Yeah, I was like, did I skip a week? But no, we played Ninetales Amoongus, and that was actually a pretty successful week, and that was the last week we played. So let's see if we can do something with Wigglytuff Slowking. If we can't, then we'll just have to have fun, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, today I'm traveling. As you are watching this, I'm obviously not traveling right now as I am recording this, but as you guys are watching this, I am traveling. I am traveling to LAX. I will be playing in the Anaheim Regional tomorrow on Saturday, so wish me luck. I really want to do well. Like I say that every tournament I go to, I want to do really well, but I haven't really made the best out of the trips I've made so far this year, and I really want to improve upon that. So hopefully I get a better showing this time around. And I know many of you will be wondering, I'm not using Greninja. So like with the new Sun and Moon set, I believe there's too many good grass Pokemon out there, and wow, triple Max Elixir. There's too many good grass Pokemon out there that Greninja is just completely unplayable at the moment, I think. Maybe once Choice Band comes out, it'll be playable again, but for now, wow. For now, I'm okay with just with playing something different. I don't know. I have like my main options in my mind. I'm not entirely convinced of all of them, but we'll see how it goes. Now the mulligan does definitely help my opponent get the Trevenant. There's the wall immediately, so So yeah, I mean, we're already struggling, and my hand is just absolutely atrocious. And to top it all off, my opponent gets a turn 1 Trevenant, so really nothing I can do here. We're probably going to lose a really quick match. Okay, there's an N, so maybe we can do something off of that. Like, if I get a lone Wigglytuff, maybe I can do something against my opponent. But, nope. Very simply, no. So yeah. Unless I top deck a Wigglytuff or something to draw cards, that's game. So yeah, not the greatest start for Wigglytuff. I am using like supporters and auxiliary and everything, but there's nothing you can do against a turn 1 Trevenant. That's why I'm iffy on, like, I've been considering doing daily content and balancing that out with expanded and standard. Like, I was thinking of doing Monday, Tuesday standard, then Wednesday, Thursday expanded, and then Friday Pokedex, TCG PokeDECKS. But I'm not entirely sure if that's the best plan just yet. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm struggling, but I really want to do live streams more often. I haven't been able to commit to a really like set schedule. Wow, Tropical Beach, that's a card I haven't seen played in a long time. But I'm gonna guess my opponent is playing Primal Groudon, which makes sense. I'm gonna play an N here. I don't want to waste my hammers just yet. Man, come on, I can't catch a break. Okay, roll out does 10 damage, which is not useful. Okay, I guess I'll do this. And I will Tropical Beach for 2, which gives me a Colress. It might allow me to do something a little bit better. But yeah, like, I want to commit to a set schedule for streaming, but then I haven't been able to do that. And on top of that, I want to be able to do more videos. It seems like I should definitely prioritize. But the daily video week, like last week for Sun and Moon, was the most successful week for the channel so far. So maybe if I kept that rhythm up, maybe I could accomplish, like, maybe the channel would grow a little bit faster. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. But it is Primal Groudon. We do see a Carbink break, and we see another Tropical Beach use of my opponent. I'm gonna play the Slowking. I obviously don't want to move the energy to Wofed, off of Wofed, because he would actually benefit from that. And I'm not gonna flip heads on either Nest Ball, so I mean, I might have a shot here at doing something, because it's not like my opponent can just freely retreat, you know? So I'm gonna use the Timer Ball. Do I flip? That's 0 out of 4 heads so far. It's like, whenever I use these weird decks, the thing just doesn't help me. It really just doesn't help me at all. And still no Wigglytuff. Come on, deck, please. I want to use a Wigglytuff. Well, I can't even use Slowking's ability just yet. But I feel like it might end up being useful at some point in the game. Can't believe I flipped 2 tails though. I really can't believe I flipped 2 tails. Heart Charm on Carbink break, which makes sense. Another energy on Groudon. We're probably going to see a Primal right about now. Yeah, there it is. And a Heart Charm, which puts a little bit of pressure on us. Now I have a ton of max elixirs and a ton of energy in my hand, so I'm just gonna end here. Hopefully I can find a Wigglytuff now. I can't believe this. I genuinely can't believe this. Still nothing. Still nothing. 60 HP, like I'm in a threat of getting KO'd. My poor Wigglytuff. There's an N, I mean Jigglypuff. Can we see finally a Wigglytuff or can't we? And even despite all of this, I feel like I still have a chance. I generally feel like I still have a chance. Finally, we find our Wigglytuff. So that's pretty cool. Finally we get to use HOCUS PINKUS, which is what I was trying to do. I'll touch energy there. I will use up the max elixir, which does hit, which is awesome. And I will attach to this Jigglypuff. And I'm not gonna Sycamore. I don't think I need to right now. Because I'm thinking, like I'm trying to think of how my opponent beats me, and maybe decking me out could be a way to beat me. So that's a bit scary. Having no EXs helps though. Having no EXs definitely helps a ton. And it will probably be a very long match here. A very long match. A computer search. He might go for a floatstone. He actually has Robo Substitute, which would have helped him. But yeah, basically I really need to try and get 6 Wigglytuff out this game. And attacking. Like, so this is going to be really interesting. Like really interesting. Floatstone on the Wolfhead. That is perfectly fine by me. Like as long as I can find another Wigglytuff, I'll be pretty happy. Because I can even maybe start transferring the strong energy onto Wolfhead to unpower the Groudon. And yeah, Volcano does a ton of damage, but we are still okay. Like as long as I find another Wigglytuff, I'm still okay here. I am still okay. I can only imagine, like if I had been putting a lot more pressure on my opponent beforehand, like we would be in a pretty amazing position. So I do find another Wigglytuff, thankfully. I do find my second Slowking, which is awesome. So let's try doing Royal Flash. 5th heads in a row and 6th heads in a row. I can't believe this. 6 heads in, I mean tails in a row. Sorry, tails, not heads. I do hit another elixir, and I mean it doesn't really matter too much, I guess. Oh, Abyssal Hand here. I just need to make sure I have like back-to-back Wigglytuffs. HOCUS PINKUS, 40 damage, but Groudon can't attack next turn, so my opponent now relies on switches in order to get out, or he could retreat. That's another thing he could do. He uses Puzzle of Time, gets back a Puzzle of Time and a Karina. That means he's definitely going to switch. Oh, okay. Escape Rope is okay with me. Escape Rope is okay with me. I mean, I could... Do I sacrifice the Octillery? Is that my play here? Do I really need Octillery? Yeah, I guess Slowking isn't going to be too useful, especially not with our current luck, so might as well. Yeah, my opponent's not gonna wait, he's just gonna take a prize card, which makes sense. He decides to attach another energy to the Primal Groudon, and I mean, sure, he has another Puzzle of Time in his hand. The Megaphone helps, I guess, to remove the tool card off of Wolfhead. Can we flip ahead here? Okay, thank you. Thank you. The Strong, I will attach to Wolfhead and therefore discard it. So that's pretty cool. And then I will retreat into Wigglytuff. And I will use HOCUS PINKUS. Now would be a really good time to just like find my super rods, find more energy, find my 4th weak Jigglypuff rather, find another Wigglytuff because I'm totally still not out of the woods yet. He already has the fourth puzzle of time apparently, so I'm gonna guess he's gonna find the escape rope and something else, possibly the Karen. No, the float stone. Okay, that makes sense. Now, the Slowking just too gimmicky. Do I give up Octillery? Is that my play here? I guess it is. I feel like Octillery could be good for like a late game scenario. And yeah, just in case he decided not to KO, I can free retreat off of the float stone. But he will take the KO, okay. No, he has the Lysander. Ugh. Damn it. That's not good. Okay. I flip heads. And I'm gonna discard another strong. And then... Man, this is just all wrong. How do I not have another Wigglytuff by now? Of course. I really need to top deck here. Like, really badly. Nope. Man, this is just horrible. Now I need to buy time off of Wobbuffet, which is ridiculous. Seven out of 8 tails. Ridiculous. You are not a Wigglytuff. Man, there's 2 right there. Wow. Wait. Did I really not play Verse Seeker in the list? Is that why everything fits so nicely? Am I not running Verse Seeker? Am I that bad, guys? Am I actually that bad? Yeah, I am that bad. I don't think I'm either all 4 are priced, which I really doubt it, or yeah, I'm just gonna concede here. It's really unfortunate. I feel like I had a chance, but did I really not include any Verse Seeker? If so, that's just absolutely horrible. And I apologize for that. Yep, I forgot the Verse Seekers. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna remove an energy. I'm gonna remove 1 max elixir. I'm gonna remove 1 float stone. And I really want to remove the freaking crushing hammers, which were horrible, but I'm not going to. Okay, that explains a little bit more why why the deck wasn't running really well. Okay, so let's find another game. I'm really sorry about that previous match, and even then I still feel like I would have had a chance had I drawn a little bit differently. If I had found a Wigglytuff much earlier on, I would have had a much easier time right there. But anyways, or if I had been able to keep up the Wigglytuff stream, that's what could have really made a difference. Like if I had continuous Wigglytuffs, my opponent would have eventually run out of ways to like power up Groudon and retreat, and then with Slowking's ability, I feel like I really could have done something there. But now we're up against a dark type deck. No water type means no Keldeo, which is good news for our Wigglytuffs. We do have darkness resistance, but I don't know how important that's going to be. And we whiff. We mulligan once again. 8 basic Pokemon. I guess it's not that surprising. My opponent could be playing Lunala, as he is using Lunala sleeves and a Lunala deck box from the Elite Trainer kit. And my hand is atrocious as expected, I guess. I have no idea. I generally have no idea. Okay, Eevee, get another Slowpoke. I get a Nest Ball to thin my deck just a little bit. So this might actually be Espeon maybe. And yeah, gonna attach there. Tailor, probably not the attack you want to use. Nor Headbutt, so at least this way we are one fairy energy off of attacking with Wigglytuff. There's the energy evolution, there's gonna be the Espeon GX. Yep, there it is. I don't think there's a legal Espeon. There might be, but if there is, that's probably not very good. But yeah, guys, like, I guess Wigglytuff is better than, say, Sandslash or Arbok, but it's still a pretty mediocre card. So I'm trying to do the best that I can with those cards, but I can't really promise you too much. Quite clearly, yeah. I've been choosing not to attack for some reason, which doesn't make sense to me. I do remove the energy, which is cool. I don't get to use gather energy or do anything really. There's a blend energy, and yeah, with Lunala he can move the energy freely, so Slowking is pretty useless at this point. And he got that off of, oh, I could even be using, I'm not using an ace spec. That's how bad this list is. I'm not even using an ace spec because I'm so used to standard. I forgot ace specs were a thing in expanded. Whoops. Please play an end. Nope. It's an enhance hammer because why not? This is awful, guys. This is absolutely awful. Now my opponent remembers he can attack. For some reason he didn't do so earlier. Okay, one head slip please. There we go, thank you. And now I actually didn't want to, but I'll take it. I will take it. I mean, if Slowking's not gonna be useful, might as well make my deck thinner. I can't max elixir onto the Wigglytuff though, which sucks. And I guess I can use the ability to just annoy my opponent. There's one heads, so I will move the energy to Shaymin, which obviously doesn't make a difference because Lunala's ability allows you to transfer energy wherever you want. But okay, out of the 4 cards we might be able to start doing something. We actually get to get another Jigglypuff on our bench with an experience share, so yeah. Yeah, that Darkrai is a really big issue. Yeah, we're not going to win because Darkrai means my opponent can freely retreat every single turn whenever he wants. So HOCUS PINKUS is actually not going to do anything at all. Anti-dimensional Valley means Psychic can be used with only 2 energy, which really sucks. Really sucks. Yeah, we are not going to win this match. We are not going to win. Like, I'm facing off against the worst, absolute worst possible decks, I would say. The absolute worst possible decks. This one has free retreat. Well, Primal Groudon could have been a good matchup actually, so never mind. Primal Groudon could have actually been a good matchup, but turns out it's really not. If you draw poorly. I am limiting my opponent's energy to a certain extent, which is cool. Colress doesn't net me the float zone I was hoping for, and yeah, I mean, at least all my opponent's energy are now gone from the field, and That's 3 blend, so he only has 1 left. So maybe he won't be able to abuse the fact that he could maybe free retreat Darkrai too much. And sure, he gets a KO, but maybe I can promote Lunala here, or even the Darkrai. Maybe that's my play right here. Maybe I can Lysander the Darkrai. Okay, do we actually have a chance? Are we serious here? Do we actually have a chance? I think I should Lysander either Lunala or Darkrai. But I feel like... Okay, I'm gonna go after Darkrai because it has less HP. So if I KO Darkrai, I don't have to worry about him freely retreating. Unless he benches another one, of course. But the odds of him having his last blend are pretty low. I really doubt he plays basic Dark Energy because he wouldn't be able to move them with Lunala. So we might be able to do something off of this. And it goes for a Steven. Does he have a basic Darkness Energy? Does he really have a basic Darkness Energy? Oh, he does. Oh, man. And he's going to confuse me. This is so annoying. I'm facing off against the most annoying decks. Okay. What I could try to do... Like, there's 2 things I could do. I could Lysander. He played a Stevens for... Ugh. Who plays Stevens? Who plays... Or not Stevens, just Steven. Who plays Steven? My opponent plays 1 of each supporter, apparently. Man. I mean, do I even risk the flip? No. This time, I'm gonna go after Lunala. Do I risk the confusion flip, though? I guess I do. I might as well. Gonna Abyssal Hand for 1. Hopefully it's not something I don't want to lose. Okay, it's perfect. There's a Wigglytuff, our final Wigglytuff. And I'm gonna try to use HOCUS PINKUS here. We get heads. Perfect. Okay. So maybe we can KO Lunala eventually. Hopefully my opponent doesn't play any more basic Darkness Energy. My opponent plays 1 of every single card. What is this? And I actually wish he had put me to sleep. That actually would have been better for us if he had put me to sleep. It actually would have been better. Flying Fury Belt on Lunala. Okay, so my opponent is really good. My opponent is actually really good. He even plays a Parallel City to shut down his own Darkrai EX's ability. And a Fighting Fury Belt on a stage 2 Pokemon. That's how good my opponent is. Okay, so I definitely don't want to lose this match. I refuse to let myself lose this match. So I'm gonna retreat. I'm gonna pay with the regular Fairy Energy. I don't want to risk any confusion flips, and I'm just gonna HOCUS PINKUS here. But next turn, like, I could Lysander the Darkrai. There's a blend, but guess what, buddy? You shut off your own ability. Psychic transfer. He can only transfer psychic energy, right? Yeah, so he can't attack yet. And I guess I do have 1 basic Pokemon, which sucks. Did he already attach an energy to the Tauros? I think he did. I guess Lunala has a 2 retreat costs. Oh man, that Megaphone really hurts. That Megaphone actually... Wait, what? Wasn't the 4th Wigglytuff priced? Apparently not, so now he can't even use the GX attack. Which is awesome. That's actually pretty awesome. I guess I'll do this energy. I mean, using the Slowking ability doesn't really matter at this point. And yeah, I'm in a really good position, honestly. I'm in a really good position. Wow. Like, it's gonna be a while before I'm able to win this match. It's really going to be a while, but I should be able to. The mystery energy is annoying. The mystery energy is definitely annoying. The confusion is super annoying. Like, that's the most annoying thing. Out of everything, the mystery energy is the most annoying thing of all. Xerosic. The blend, the psychic, and the blend. Okay, so my opponent will use psychic instead. Oh, okay. So he chooses to use Espeon GX's attack for whatever reason. Okay. It's not that big a deal. Losing the experience share is like really bad, but I'm okay with him using that attack. I'm actually okay with him using that attack. I'm gonna use Slowking's ability. If I flip heads here, which I do, I can transfer that energy onto Shaymin and therefore discard it, because it's no longer attached to a basic, or rather it's no longer attached to a psychic type Pokemon, and I can use HOCUS PINKUS. And yeah, I genuinely refuse to lose this match, guys. I genuinely refuse to lose this match. Either I win by deck out or by, I have no idea how, but I'm going to win this match. I promise you guys, I am going to win this match. Assault Vest, that's fine. Lily, I'm okay with that. Professor's Letter, yeah, my opponent has one of everything. He literally has one of every single supporter card. And he attaches energy to the Espeon. So he can attack me with Darkrai EX. No, he can't. Wow, because his ability doesn't work, so he would have to retreat. Oh well, he can, actually. He can attack me. But he's gonna choose Taurus. That's fine by me. That is actually fine by me. Well, actually not. He does get to KO me. Now I need my last DCE here, which I don't even know if it's in the deck or not. Man. Okay, can I flip heads here? I can. That's great. So I will remove the basic dark, and I'm gonna try and transfer, which I do, that's great, the energy onto the Cosmoem? No, onto Shaymin, I guess. Yeah, onto Shaymin. And now I'm gonna thin my deck a little bit, and I flip Double Tail, so I can't know if my other DC is in there. It is, which is good news. And yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a while, but I feel like I should be able to win this match. I really feel like I should be able to win this match. Now Taurus can't attack. This is really funny. Gets this, I am completely okay with that. Another one-off. So my opponent has yet to repeat a single supporter. He has a switch. Come on. Come on. That's just unbelievable. That is just unbelievable. Okay, the DC definitely has to go to Cosmo. That's just unbelievable, guys. That's really genuinely unbelievable. I have yet to see a Super Art as well, my Super Art. So I might not even have enough energy to power up my last Wigglytuff. Okay, there's a Super Art. But now I only have one Wigglytuff left. Now I only have one Wigglytuff left. Ah, man. This is just sad. This is just really sad. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. I am going to lose this match. I actually am going to lose this match. Yeah, that DC should be on Cosmo, the one on Shaymin. That's my bad. And yeah, I pass here. I'm also running out of cards too. I am actually also running out of cards. Is there any way I can trick my opponent into decking him out? No. Wow, he chooses not to KO me. Yeah, he can choose not to KO me. And he wins by decking me out because my Flowstone is in the discard pile. I have no way. Yeah, another one-off supporter card. He decides to retreat and he will take a KO off of Shaymin. And that's actually a great play by my opponent. That's actually a great play by my opponent. Okay, I do find the energy. So maybe I have enough Lysander where I can prevent Espion from KOing me. Thing is, now decking him out is pretty much impossible because I'm not even gonna get a prize card. Man, I misplayed that DC on the Shaymin. I definitely misplayed that. Versus Seeker, the first Versus Seeker ever for a Misties. Does he have another switch? Does he actually have another switch? This is brutal. Wait, what? Oh, he got the Misty's back. Now he discards. He looks through his whole deck. Grabs a switch. Nope. Okay, does my opponent have any more energy? Like regular energy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we survived that. We actually survived that. So I'm gonna use HOCUS PINKUS. Now I really need a KO. And then to end. Please let me KO Taurus. Please be nice and let me KO Taurus. Can't believe my opponent is playing one of every supporter card, but he's actually not playing Lysander. Oh, delinquent. No. come on, delinquent, you're kidding me. Now I can't win. Man. Because if I N teammates into his last energy, because he plays 14 energy in that special deck. And let's see. Wait, why didn't he promote Shaymin? If he because he doesn't have any energy left. My opponent doesn't have any energy left. So I only get one turn here. Yep. That's not enough to win. Ah, man, that delinquent. I can't believe he had delinquent. Without the delinquent, maybe I had a chance. Maybe. I really dislike losing, guys. I really dislike losing. I guess it comes down to me putting that energy on the Shaymin EX. Oh, I wish you could choose to draw 0 of a fan. Man, we were really close to getting a win off of Wigglytuff against that ridiculous deck with one of every single supporter card, and except for Lysander, of course, because that's not the important that's not the important supporter you want to have. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Sorry about so much salt, I guess, but I feel like we could have won both games, and very frustrating. Very frustrating. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. I will see you guys next week. Wish me good luck in Anaheim. Leave a like on the video if you can, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye bye.